Cheers! And welcome to the second episode of Talking Tipsy!
Alrighty, so let's take this real quick.
Oh my God.
Take it. Woo! Alrighty, so for today's topic, we're going to get ourselves into mental health.
We want to specifically focus on today, like mental health at the workplace. How work can be so stressful because that's where you kind of spend a lot of your time. Some of us have 2 jobs. Some of us, have a side hustle after work. We're parents after work. We're wives or, husbands, whatever, after work. We have to cook. We have to clean after work. And it could be draining, it could be exhausting, and you can make you feel like you're getting burnt out. So we just wanted to talk about that, and we just feel like it's just something that's relatable for many of us to discuss.
Definitely, because at a workplace, you could be the best employee ever, and the employer's there. They'll look at you like, okay, this person is always going to be doing this. You're expected to always be at the top, like you can never fall down. And then the moment that you do, that's all that they look at. Like, oh, you came into work late today, or why are you like slacking off a little bit today? And it's like, sometimes we're tired. We get tired, right? Yeah. Like there's times where I get tired and I just want to take a day for myself.
Right. No, it's so true. This week has been so hectic for me personally. Every day after working full time, I've been working at my business. I have my own business. And I've been working after, and I've been working late, and I've been so tired and so run down. And literally, I just feel like sometimes I get into this like kind of thing I like to call like a business depression, where I literally don't want to take any clients. Right. I don't want to do anything. I just literally just want to go home, and I can't because I'm in that midst of where I'm trying to make things happen. You know what I mean?
Because you have your location, right? People are constantly booking your appointments and stuff like that, right?
Right.
So it's not like you can just turn the switch off, right? Out of nowhere without giving any notice or anything like that, because you have to let everybody else know. It's not like you can just choose whenever the hell you want to do things,
right?
Because you already are on this path of your own business and working a full-time job. So yeah, it really does take a lot.
It does.
I feel the same way. It's like people, because I do the cakes and stuff, so people are constantly ordering. And one of the things that gets to me the most is when I get last minute orders. And there's certain times where I don't mind, it's fine, because I can see that I have some time to do certain things and move around my schedule. But there's other times where people have been inconsiderate and just been like, and not recently, this is years ago when I learned to say no.
Right.
I had to say no because I was working from Monday through Friday, and it was from open to close. Mm-hmm. Open to close, right? And Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, and Friday nights, I would spend those days baking, preparing certain things, and I would only sleep about sometimes 3 hours, sometimes 5 hours. That's when I was lucky for the 5 hours. Oh my God. But then there were days where one time I didn't sleep for, it was 30, no, that's crazy. It was 26 hours that I didn't sleep. And I had to go to this party because I had to go drop it off, and I was invited too at the same time. And you have no idea. I sat down there in the table, and I just wanted to pass out. They gave me a drink, they would bring me food and stuff like that, and bring me a drink and whatever. But none of that helped. Obviously, it made me even more tired. They're take a tequila shot. That'll wake you up. Okay, fine. 3 in, I'm like, oh my God. That's crazy. But that was really messing me up because, let me tell you, in the middle of the night, I was hallucinating. I was hallucinating. I thought I had seen my father-in-law like looking at me, or like, like I thought he was laughing at me. And then I go and I turn around and there's nobody there. There was nobody there. I was by myself. This was like at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and I was like finishing up a cake. And when I heard that, I went to go check up on him, and he was sleeping. I was like, yeah, I'm crazy now.
I also feel like too, like your job can play a major part in your relationship, because if you're at a place that you hate and you're there every single day for 8 hours, like it's hard to just like unwind and just chill out. Like you bring that home sometimes, you know what I mean? And like that can just cause so much stress and like craziness in your relationship too. And what blows my mind is how jobs, I don't know how it is in other states or whatever the case may be, but specifically I feel like where we're from, like they don't offer mental health days at your workplace. And I feel like those days are so important, because some days you're so depressed, like you don't feel like going into work, and you can't call your boss and be like, I'm depressed today, I don't feel like coming in, because you feel like they're gonna be like, they're not gonna understand you.
They're gonna look at you like, yeah, okay, like you're making that shit up or something like that, or go out and do other shit, like when it's really not like that. The saddest thing is with like many corporations or offices or whatever place it is, they make you feel like you are not allowed to take a day off, see the doctor and stuff like that. Like you need that. That's your health right there in general too. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, I gotta take off this day, but like, it's gonna be busy. Like, what am I gonna do? How are they gonna do this? It's like, fuck that. Take your day.
Right.
Take your day. Those PTO times that everybody has, do it. Take it. Because they will get through it.
Right. And you have to realize too, like, and it's sad to say, but like at most of these jobs, you're literally just a number. And if you quit or anything happens to you, they're going to replace you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you literally have to take care of yourself and take care of your mental health, because it's so important. Like, It's so important. And like work can be stressful, like a lot of situations where you could be short staffed and, just a lot of different things like, administration not listening to you. There's so many things. Not feeling appreciated or valued plays a major part in how you feel about your workplace.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then there are certain places that people can work at and feel like they're not being utilized to their fullest potential. There's no growth. So then there's burnout, and then there's another type of burnout where you're like, you don't feel like you're doing enough. You're not working enough to the point where you feel satisfied with what you're doing, and I've felt that. I used to work at a surgery center, and all I did was clean instruments from 6 o'clock in the morning until we were done with all the patients, the surgeries. And I was in a room by myself. So the job was easy. I was able to play music in the room because it's just me. It was a really small room. There was one little window. I could look out and see people out there having fun without me and stuff. But
living their best life.
Right. And it would be 12, 13, 15-hour days. I remember the 15-hour day. I went in at 6:30, and I left that place at 9:20 at night. Like, I never got to see daylight that day. Except for that little window. But, it was crazy. And I only took a 30-minute break. How is that? How is that okay?
Right.
I felt like I wasn't good enough to do anything better. I felt like I wasn't being utilized correctly. Like, I could do so much more than just bagging instruments.
Right.
And that's when I decided to just quit that job. Like, you know what? Like, if I'm going to keep feeling this way, it's not going to get any better. It's not going to change over time. Or, one day I'm going to be like, I love this job. No. It just kept getting worse and worse until I was literally coming home and just feeling depressed. Like, I felt like I had no purpose Like, what else am I supposed to do? Like, like, I didn't go to college. So I guess I'm stuck doing jobs like this.
And that's the problem, too. I feel like so many people, they're stuck because, the cost of living is so expensive. Everything is going up. And it's like, some people don't have any other options. So, like, they're literally stuck working at a job that they're unhappy in. And I feel like our generation is a little bit more intentional with, like, starting their own businesses and just wanting to be there for themselves and trying to live life a little, but I feel like we're still also trying to find our way. Like, I know this guy, and he planned on retiring and living his best life, and he passed away. And literally, it's like, that's sad that, like, you work so hard and you think that you're going to make it to retirement and you don't even ever get there. That's why it's, like, so important to just, like, to live. And there are jobs out there that will appreciate you and appreciate your worth and stuff like that. Sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes we're in our own way.
Yeah.
And, that feeling of being stuck, it really, really sucks.
Yeah, it's a horrible feeling, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there are feeling this, and especially around these times where they make you feel like there are no good jobs out there.
It's just bottom line, like, it's just hard. It's very hard, and it's a lot. It's a lot that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. It's like, how can I be happy? We're always trying to look for happiness.
Right. And at the end of the day, I feel like it takes for you to value yourself and, like you said before, take that risk, quit that job that's making you so depressed, do it for yourself, for your family, start, like, your own business, just like how we're doing. We're doing it part-time, we're right after work and everything because, there's, like, this TikTok that goes and says, like, live on the weekends instead of just, like, chilling and stuff like that. Just live the life that you want to live for your future, right? So start doing the things that you picture yourself doing in the future, right?
Wow.
So that's basically, like, what? Like, I want to have my own, like, bakery business or whatever, right? So what I'm doing is doing my baking. I'm doing cakes. I'm doing orders. I'm, like, like, posting, pieces of artwork and stuff like that I do. You do your waxing. You have a location. That's what you do on the weekends. And for some people, you can do that. Other people who are more used to, like, the 9-to-5 kind of job, who maybe, I feel like everybody has, like, some kind of talent. Right. Whatever it is, like, you can find a way to, like, make it into a business or, like, some type of, like, hobby where you can make money off of it a little bit. But yeah,
and just have confidence in yourself and believe in yourself, like, that you can get it done. Like, I know there's so many people out there who's like, okay, but you're saying all these things, but I don't know what my talent is. I don't know, I like working a 9-to-5 job, and that's okay too. That's absolutely okay. But don't stay somewhere where you're unhappy. Like, life is literally too short to be staying at a job where they don't appreciate you, they're overworking you, or, like Bree said, they're underworking you, they don't see your potential, they don't value you. It's like, life is way too short for that. Like, you have to make a decision in your life, like, I'm going to live today and I'm going to live it happily. You can't don't let work boggle you down. Like I said before, like, we're at work longer, some of us, we're at work longer than we're at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we work, 7:45, sometimes to 5. Like, we're there pretty much all day. You know what I mean? And a lot of us are working like that. Some people work more than that. Some people do doubles and all this stuff just to live. But they're going to a job where they're unhappy. That's causing their mental health to diminish. And you got to put yourself first. Just like we said in our last podcast, like, you got to start with you. You have to make yourself happy. You have to do things that make you happy. And if it means taking that leap of faith, then that's just what it's going to be. That's what you just got to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if And if there's no way that you can see yourself getting out of that place right now, then, definitely start taking those days off, for
Right.
yourself. Take the vacation with your family. Don't feel bad that you're over here worried that, like, the job's going to be like, oh, yeah, but I need you by this time, this and that. Like, no, be like, I need it. Like, I need it. I need it for myself. And if you want me to be working to my fullest potential, then I need this time. Okay? Talk to them in a way that you would if you had a doctor's note, Yeah, like you have no other choice but to let me go.
Right.
Okay? Like, how did we do in school? Like, our parents would write a note, or we would,
Right.
get a doctor's note or whatever. It's like, if it even takes to do that, and fucking do it.
Yeah, it's true. But shame on these jobs too.
Exactly. And
Shame on these jobs too.
You know how you were saying that they don't have the
mental health day?
Yeah, kind of like a mental health day, but there's a lot of places that don't have like, how there's the HR, right? Mm-hmm. But they don't have like a group or like a thing for like therapy, like to talk about your mental health. Like, let's say you do get panic attacks, you do get anxiety if you're in a certain situation. A lot of these jobs don't have that opportunity for you to speak to somebody that day. Like, there should be somebody there. Like, kind of like when you're in high school or school, whatever, you have a counselor, right? And if you're not feeling well, or you feel like something's off, you're going through something, you're able to go to the counselor and speak about how you're feeling. Somebody is able to listen to you in a non-biased way. Right. You should be able to have that.
Safe space, a safe space,
a safe place.
It's supposed to be the human resource.
Technically, right? But it's not.
Even feel like that because they don't even try to.
Exactly,
you,
right? Exactly. So human resource, they will listen, but no, you need more than that, because they will just go by what the book of the employee handbook or whatever. They'll go by that. They're not gonna go by like
it's almost like
your personal feelings or anything like that.
Beetlejuice, how they just get handed this employee. Well, the death, like,
the death book.
This, like,
yes,
okay.
like
yes, and Beetlejuice,
like that.
right? The death book,
exactly.
Like, you're like,
figure it out here. This
is
is how it is, and this is what it's gonna be. We ain't changing.
Right. So and they want to have the best employees. They expect so much from everybody, but what are you really giving to them other than a paycheck?
Right.
Nothing. Right. Really. We don't need those pizza parties.
Right. People flourish. People flourish in an environment where they feel like they are valued, and they are like instead of always coming down on what people aren't doing, maybe take the time to like appreciate what they do well. You know what I mean? Like, oh, good job doing this. I noticed that you did that. Instead of always coming down on down on people, down on your employees, making them feel bad. Like, let them know, like, okay, yeah, you did this wrong, but I noticed that you killed this. You know what I'm saying? Build them up instead of bringing them down. Because when you put them down, they're not going to want to come to work. They're not going to love their job anymore because they don't feel appreciated.
Nope.
And it's messing with their mental health.
Exactly.
Get it together. Get it together, right, Bree?
What can you tell, like, those listeners or viewers that don't have PTO time? Because there are a lot of people that work under an employer that don't give them anything, and they're probably like scared.
You gotta look at things from different perspective, right? So, for instance, you come in, your boss has like a bad attitude, she's in a bad mood, whatever. Some of us internalize and take things very personal. Maybe it's not you. Mm-hmm. Maybe they're just having a bad day. They're human. Okay. I don't like my job. I don't like going into my job. But I'm grateful for my job because it puts food on the table, provides for my family, and allows me to do things that I couldn't do if I didn't have this job. Mm-hmm. So you got to look at things from a different perspective, because it is hard to just get up and quit your job. It is hard to just say, I'm going to find another job. It is hard for some people. I know somebody personally like that, where me, if I'm unhappy somewhere, I'm peacing out. I'm bouncing. But then this other person, they'll stay at a job for years. no matter what it is, no matter how unhappy they are or whatever case may be. But I feel like it's because they choose to look at it from a different perspective.
Right. Like, that is how I feel. So this job that's helping pay the bills, pay my house and my car and everything, is temporary for me. But I know that, like you were saying, there's people out there that have no choice but to stay at their job. And they can't just, like, get up and leave, you know. Because you can make yourself feel any type of way, right? Like, you look at things more positively, like, try to, you know, like, do different exercises or meditations and stuff like that will help you relieve some stress and help you be happier at work, right?
Right.
Try to change the way that you come into work and just, like, you know, don't think about the other employees there and, like, you know, you come in, you say hello and nobody says hello back. Who cares? Hey, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my family, for, you know, us to have, like, a place to sleep in and stuff. And it's good because I get paid this much. I could be worse. It really could be worse for anybody else. Like, we could be fucking homeless right now and having to ask for food.
And also, like, you know, she mentioned meditation and stuff like that. And I want to say, you know, start your day off with some prayer, with a daily prayer. Because I know for me personally, like, when I do that, my day is so amazing. And when I forget to pray, my day is crazy. Like, when I forget to pray. So do that too. Invite God into your day and just see how he moves, because
that's what you need. You need to, you know, have that time, like, with yourself and God, or, you know, like the Holy Spirit. Like, be spiritual for those couple of minutes, even if it takes just 5 minutes. Or my mom, what she would say, like, you know, like, on your way to work, just pray. Like, you know, you have that time for yourself. Use it to your advantage, and meditate or pray and do what you can, and try to let go of the things that are bothering you, and, you know, always forgive yourself.
Right. You don't have the words to speak and you don't know what to pray. Just simply say, Lord, I thank you, and just come forth into my day and let your will be done. And that's enough, because after that, it's going to be what it's going to be. But just know that he's in the midst of everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, you know, like affirmations, like, you know, like, today is going to be, you wake up, today's going to be a good day. Today's going to be a good day. You know, like, get yourself hyped up, right? Because who else is that? Today's going to be a good day.
Hey. Hey.
And then when you're eating, you go, bust it. Bust it.
Bust it. Yes.
Bust it.
Yes. I actually had a bussin' salad today. Hey.
I know, like, I felt like, shut up! I don't know, whenever we get into, like, moments, like, conversations that are, like, so serious and stuff like that, it makes me nervous.
Me too. We gotta lighten up the mood.
And it really does make me nervous. Why? Because I'm coming close to the truth with myself. Yeah. And that is a very scary thing. And, you know, it's something that we like to just push to the back and just not even think about. Like, I'll deal with that later. I just gotta keep going. I don't know.
But the truth shall set you free. Period.
Period poo. Period poo.
Period poo. Period poo.
Nikara, we need another drink.
No, we do. Pour me up. Pour me up. Pour me up. Pour me up.
Hey. So, yeah. Well, to conclude, right?
Yeah, I think we said enough. And
to conclude,
we just hope that, like, you know, you take something from this, you know, whether it be to get a new job, whether it be to change your perspective of the current job that you are in. We hope that this can just make you feel lighter about life and encourage you to just live your life.
Anything. I want to interact with you guys, you know, like what is it that you do that makes you feel better when you're at work, or like as soon as you get home, like what do you do to relieve that stress that you had? Or when you have a bad day, what do you do to make yourself feel better?
Right.
You know, how do you wake up every day? Like, what do you tell yourself? You know, like, let's talk about that, you know?
Right.
What I do is I just tell myself, you know what? I got through yesterday. I'm going to get through today. It's going to be a good day. And, you know, you make yourself, you know, like you give yourself good vibes, right? Because that's what you got to do. You know, if you're thinking negatively, then it's not going to go well. But always think positively. That's what I always try to do. That's what my mom always tells me.
There's a Bible scripture, and it's from, and even if you're not a religious person, like this is something that can just resonate with you. And it's Matthew 6:34, and it says, "Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about its own things." Meaning, live your life day by day. Don't focus on what you have to do tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Focus on what you got to get done today.
Exactly.
Because that's when the worry comes in. When you're trying to focus on, oh my God, I got to do this tomorrow. I got to do that tomorrow. I got to make sure this is right. You're going to drive yourself crazy. Yeah. Focus on what you have to do for the day and take it one day at a time. One day at a time.
Let future self worry about that, not now.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So we say to you, salut.
Salut. All right. And you guys have a good night, right?
That's right.
Because this shit's going to be at night.
It's going to be a night.
It's going to be posted at night.
At night. I know, Che. We gotta come up with a name for our podcasters. Like, you know how Rihanna got the Re Nation,
the Re Nation. What do you guys want to be
and
called?
You know how Rihanna has like the Beyonce has the Beehive. Like, we need to have something.
Oh, the
like
Beehive.
That.
Right. How about you guys comment down below and let me know what you guys want to be called? Comment, subscribe, like our video if it was good. If you don't like it, tell me. You know, I don't know. I gotta know. What do you want to see here? Right?
And let us know what you want us to talk about. Like,
please
let us know. We are open to ideas and opinions and all that.
And get raw. Really gritty and raw.
I don't know what the hell.
Yo, Bree, that was awkward. So tune in to our next podcast. And we will see you soon. And I'm Nakara.
And I'm Bree.
And thank you for tuning into and listening to Talking Tipsy.
That's it. All right. So that's the first episode. I mean, the second episode. So we're gonna...
Is it the things that I get for putting you bitches on? Is it my fault that all you bitches wrong? Oh, shit. Should have seen the thing. You know, you little hoe.
Oh shit, Nikki, that's it. We're on. We're
live. This is Talking Tipsy After Dark. What we talk about
after dark,
raw shit.
Right. Like what?